So we got this Ram 2500 Cummins turbo diesel, lifted 6 inches on 37s. And it's my brother's truck, and he wants a few things done to it. So we're going to get some content out to you guys and add some stuff. So we got this sub box that's a little too tall, so I've got to lift the seat a little bit. Got the amp, CT sounds, amp, subwoofers, wiring, lift the seat with bolts. Box has a bunch of wires in it. We're going to be putting these on as well. Pod lights. They go under the hood. The hood latches, I would say. Then we'll see what we do with these. We're thinking about going under the rear bumper for those lights. And that's just a jumbo of wires that we'll figure out later. But in the process of this, show you guys what I got to do. So we've got to take out this mat to make it the sub fit, because it actually sits within this. We got to take out this factory sub to add those big ones. So we'll take these out, and there's 4 bolts like that big one right here. There's another one back here somewhere. Actually, it doesn't look like it has one back there. But I gotta do the same over there, and it looks like there's a bolt over there. I've got to raise this whole seat up probably like an inch or so for that sub box to sit in. So let's actually get to work so we can get this done. Where does this go? Say right there, because I have no clue where you go. Oh, that's fine. So we got that one out. Pretty easy. These bolts kind of tight in there, but we got it. Now let's do this side and toss that sub in and see how well we can lift these seats to make it work. Now we got to get this in the truck. Be pretty easy. Ooh, that's a big boy. Oh yeah, these seats need to be lifted. Fits though. Pop them back out. Take some measurements. We're probably gonna do the small side first. We just need to go up 1/2 inch, so that ain't bad at all. Well, this rear does not have a bolt, which is kind of... I can see what we got, but... Oh, that's why. The seatbelt. Okay, well, let's do it. Ain't nothing to it, just to do it. Now to give her a test. I got those washers in. Back ones. And these ones. And it's pretty hot out here, so let's get that in and see if she works with those spacers up that high. If so, we will do the opposite side, the big side, probably more pain in the butt side. So I want to do the small side first to make it kind of see if it will work, per se. So set you guys back up and get that in. Oh, still too low. How? Oh, it's because we went down here. Oh, Dylan. I don't know if I can get another 1/2 inch out of that. Dang. So we got it in. We had to get new bolts for it and 15 washers, but we got her in. Let me show you guys. We got 15 spacers, like I said, but this is out of its little hole, but it's right above it, so it works out great. Put the seat down, and it sits good. This doesn't pick up like it has been or anything, so works out great. But we had to modify those little tabs, cut them flat. These right there used to look like this, but that's the only way to make it fit properly. But now these, so they don't look like that, because it's kind of shows a lot. We're gonna electrical tape it, so we'll do that. So I got both of them done, and we got these put in, not fastened, because they still need to be wired, but got them put in. So what it's going to look like. Okay, so we got done with that. Kind of a pain in the butt. Brother had to get different bolts, but it's what it is. We are going to start taking off these 2 bolts to put on these guys. Pod lights, they just hook right underneath that. You'll see in the process. But those bolts, these bolts are 13 millimeter. So we will get the tools for that, or I will, and get started. Now let's make sure the hood's straight still. Still flush, still good. Not too far forward, looks good. Just want to make sure. Yep, still good, still good. Oh yeah, that looks good. Since that has done those two things, we might just go and give these a shot. See if we can get these things all mocked up. So as you guys can see in this was the mark I wanted because this is center. Problem is, it hits. So I moved it 3/4 over. 3/4 over. And I'll do the same to this opposite side. Put them a little closer, but that's what it is. Let's get to it. Oh yeah, that looks good. So I'm gonna do the other side. The other side right there. I'll get back to you guys and show you what it looks like in the end. Just give me a few minutes and we'll be right back. Or give me minutes, it's gonna for you seconds. You know the gist. We're back. So we got the pods on. We got those lights on like I was gonna show you guys. Tested the wiring, everything works. We haven't quite full on connected the wiring, but I'll show you kind of what's going on. Got 2 wires, one for each light, connected to a 2-to-1 connector. Running this wire, as you can tell, it's zip tied right there. Goes up. I got that wire going up behind the grill, but it's more of, you can see it right here. Follow that. Got it connected to this hatch to keep it clean. And then I ran it behind the battery box. And then we got all the wires, and then we got the pod lights connected all the way from over there to right here, and then the other connector to another 2-to-1. Got it to single wires or 2 wires the ground and the power. And you can see we got that running through, let alone the sub. We also got connected right here. So we got all the wires going through. We got to have one coming back out. But we got wires going through as of now into here. So as you can see, we got this. That is our, actually right here. This is to the sub, which I'll show you guys in a minute. And we got an aux beam pod that I'll show you guys. That will go through this hole. And we have wires in here, and I'll show you taking apart this. I've also got to take apart that pillar over there. All right, the lower part of that. And the door panel so we can get to the speaker for the sub. Damn, it's locked. And the back here, it's a little bright. But we got our amp back there. Our seats sit really, these seats, not our seats, sit really high now. But amps are hooked in, they just need to be screwed down, which we don't got screws for. But we'll have the owner do that. Got everything hooked up. Everything hooked up there. Had a RAN over there. And then we're going to have the run into there for the speaker, for a converter. So we'll be taking apart that door too. So we got a converter. As you can see, converter. We got one of those. Input up to 55 watts, output up to 8 volts. And then we got our little fuse box for an used aux beam that came out of the owner of this truck, my brother's Jeep Cherokee. So we'll be installing that. So I'm going to tear apart the inside. And when Matthew gets back, he will finish the wiring, and then we can give this truck back to my brother, and we'll test the lights, make sure it's all good. And that'll be it of this truck. Let's jump to the back, get that door pulled off, and get these B pillars pulled out, or the lower one, so he can get the wires ran through and make it look clean, like there's nothing been done with this vehicle besides the modifications on the outside and the sub, of course. So let's get doing that. So we had, I don't know why that's hanging. Let's put you back up. No need to mess with you. Just clip into place. All right, that's back. But we've got 3 clips we need to disconnect. We got the window control. We got the door lock. And we've got lights that are within these Laramie brands. But we need to get to these wires right here. Probably these. We need to get to this. So, but we unclipped everything. All right, well, now let's get this removed. So Matthew can do his wiring that he needs to do. After I get that removed, my job is pretty much done. And just like that, just a pull and you're done. Matthew got this all wired up. You got the little converter, that black cube right there, in there. We just got to put on that panel. For some reason the sub's not working. Amp's probably bad, to be honest, but everything's wired up, ready to go for that. So I just recently did the aux beam in the front. I'll show you guys that. So with the aux beam controller, we only needed to run this wire in to this, which is connected to that. We just ran through the cup holders, but it sits right there, and we actually didn't need any of these wires because it all just went back up in the engine bay. So, but as soon as we get that hooked up, all we have to do is plug that into the aux beam buttons, and then the sub controller and the aux beam are good and done, and the interior of this truck is done until we can figure out what's going on with that sub. But for now, we're just gonna get this done and get my brother Dylan's truck back to him. It's just gonna sit, but it's taking out my driveway, so but we're gonna get this done. There's not a lot to it anymore. Just buttoning a few things up, and I'll show you, because there's a fuse panel that goes to this aux beam too. I'll show you guys where we mounted that and how we did that. But all those wires removed, taken out. Not taken out, but pulled out of the truck, and they're gonna connect to the fuse box out there. We got it all tied in. Got the little bezel around it. This is screwed in. That works. This, we believe, for the sub, the reason it's not working, like I just said, we'll figure that out, or it's not working. We might think it's a fuse because it turns on, but it doesn't stay on. This is all buttoned up. This is all done. I got to go under there, fix some wiring, hide it away, make it look good. Inside this whole cab is done. Exciting. So this is the wiring. We put this here because the fuse box for the aux beam is right here, and we needed somewhere to put it. So Matthew and I, we made a bracket that follows this and went down, connected to this, which I can't really show you the back, but it is bolted to the back and bolted to the back. This bends down, holds it there. It is very sturdy. Got the lights all completed, wired in, everything. So show you guys, since it's nighttime. Yep, worked out great. So show you guys that and go from there. Ooh, they're really bright. Yeah, so that's what that looks like. Got it all done, a couple days, sadly, but works out great. So, get a clip of for copyright reasons, I'll probably be outside the vehicle for the sub, because we figured it out, it's just a fuse. Jeez. We figured out just that. So, we will get that clip, sub's done, lights are done, this truck's going home. So that concludes the video. The truck's gone, everything works, pretty great. So I'm gonna call it there, and we will start putting out more videos, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.